Hello and welcome to Brian's Got Game. I'm Brian. Today I got a game called Hop. Hop is a 3-6 player dexterity game by Ludovic Mablanc and Marie Carduois, and published by Funforge and Passport Games. In this game, players take turns throwing ring while another player attempts to catch it. Sound easy? Think again. Each dare card has a different challenge on it, making it difficult to complete. If you are successful, you move your character one more step into the clouds. But if you miss, you pop one of your balloons. The game is over when one player loses their last balloon. So, let's check it out, and I'll show you how to earn dud tokens, how to avoid the crows, how to score extra points as the Skewer and the Turbulator in Hop. Okay, to set up, place this super awesome 3D board in the center of the table. Okay, then you place the cloud tokens around the board. So, on these cloud tokens, you have different amounts, 0 to 2. So, I've got 1s, 2s, and a 0 right here. So, make sure that you shuffle these so you don't know which is which. Then you put them around the board. Okay, then you do the same thing with these bird tokens. So, on these bird tokens, on one side you have a dove, and on the other side you have a crow. So, spread these around also. Then you take the dare cards, shuffle them, and then place them nearby. You give each player a player board. We're gonna go 4 players. Like so. Then you take these super awesome miniatures and match them to the player boards and then place them down on the ground nearby their players. Then you give each player these 5 balloon cards. These are their life. And then you give them these bet tokens, which have either a rain cloud on one side and then on the other side a happy cloud. Give each player one of those. We'll talk more about those later. Then the youngest player takes the rainbow. You are now ready to begin. So, the youngest player is the player with the rainbow, and they are the hurler. And then the player to their left, clockwise, is the skewer. So, the basis of it is the hurler is going to take the rainbow and throw it at the skewer, and they have to catch it with their index finger. So, now, you take the card and you flip it over, and then you read it, and then you have to do whatever it says. This one says, the tightrope walker. You must place the rainbow on your shoe and throw it with your foot. So, this one, so for this game you're going to need a lot of room because you're going to be throwing and this could go in unexpected places. So they place it on their foot or shoe and then they throw it at the skewer and they have to try to catch it. So, voting. Now before you do all this fun, crazy action, the other players who are not participating must take their cloud token and whether or not they think they'll be able to do it, they change sides. So if they think they will, they do the happy cloud face, and then if they don't, the mad rain cloud face. So I don't think you're going to do it, and then if they do. Okay, let's say I caught it. So, let's go start with the hurler. They get to take their minifigure and move it up to the next level. So on your magical board, you have some different things. Here you have a 1, a 2, and a 2, and then increasing numbers as you go up. So you take your minifigure and stick it on one of the ones. Doesn't matter. So that's that player. And then the skewer gets, if they succeed, they get one of these clouds. They look at it and place it on their player board. They have, like I said, increasing values from 0 to 2. Now, this player, they he voted that they would do it, so he gets this dove. So, crow, dove, he gets it on the dove side. Place that next to your player board. Then this player didn't think they'd do it, and they get a crow. Now, they could have both said yes or both said no. It doesn't matter. They thought differently. So, that player's turn is done. Now it's this player's turn. His turn to draw. Now, actually, you choose a player to be your skewer instead of it being the player on your left. You pass the rainbow to your left. So, let's say they choose this player. So, let's flip it over. Take my hand. An assister must grab your wrist and make you throw the rainbow. So, the assister, they choose an assister. So, it can be this player or this player. They're going to choose this player. So, they're going to have to stand with it, and then the other player is going to have to grab their wrist, and this player just holds it, and then together, this person over here moves the wrist, and then this person lets go, and then the skewer tries to catch it. Now that 3 players are involved, only this player gets to vote, so they vote before they throw it. So he thinks that they're going to do it, and let's say we didn't, we failed. So first we start with the hurler, that he pops a balloon. So this is now out of the game, and we are one step closer to the game ending. Okay, then we go to this player. So this player guessed wrong, so he gets a crow. This player was the assister, and they failed, so nothing happens. And then this player was the skewer, nothing. They missed, nothing happens. So now it's this player's turn to be the hurler. So they're going to choose this player as the skewer. Flip it over. The toucan. A turbulator must make an annoying, repetitive sound in your ear. So the turbulator is trying to turbulate, mess you up from making the skewer catch it. So the turbulator has to stand next to the hurler and make an annoying, repetitive sound into your ear. Okay, so the turbulator, as like with the assister, if they complete their job, so they either mess them up or it gets it right, then they get a cloud, which are bonus points. And then if you don't complete their objective, nothing happens next. So that player throws it, catches it, resolve. Now, crows and the doves. So by voting, if you get it wrong, you're voting wrong, you get these crows. Once you get 3 crows, the crows pester you, pop your balloon, and it scares them away. So they leave, but they pop your balloon. So they made another step closer to losing. Well, the game ending. Now if you get 3 doves, then you get a cloud, which, like I said, bonus points, and then they go back. So, once play continues until a player loses their last balloon. So, let's say this player lost their last balloon because they threw it and they didn't catch it. And let's say we're somewhere around here. So, this is what state we're in. We've got someone at 2 people at 1, 2 at 3. This player just lost their last balloon. Now, skilled players might actually make it up to 5 or 6 after playing a couple times. So, this player just lost their last balloon. The game immediately ends after resolving that round. So, then everybody flips over all of their clouds. So, this player has 3, this player has 2, this guy has 1, and this guy has 5. Then you add it to how far you got. So, this player had 3 plus 2 is 5. So this player has 5 points. This player has 1 plus 1 is 2. This player has 5 plus 2 is 7. And this player has 3 plus 1 is 4. So this player won with 7 points. That's how you play Hop. Okay, got my dad here for parents' opinions. So Dad, what do you think of Hop?
I had a lot of fun with Hop. I do enjoy dexterity games, and I do have younger kids to play with, and so I really like this one. I think you'll get into the components and whatnot there, but
very heavy.
Really, this game is you're just throwing a ring. It's a ring toss. and then the dares kind of make you do it in
Yep.
goofy ways.
So, yeah. So the components, you've got quite the components in this game.
Yeah. Yes, the Fun Forge went over the top with
Yes.
with components.
So, I'd like to get this out of the way. The box is probably, what, 10 pounds?
It's very heavy box.
Very heavy. We should weigh it.
We should. There's a lot of cardboard. That's really what weighs a lot. There's a lot of
It's
cardboard.
very, very heavy. So you've got lots of cardboard to make the gigantic 3D cloud board with the different levels on it. And then you have very detailed minifigures.
Yeah, the miniatures are really cool. They're plastic. It says pre-painted, but I mean they weren't painted by hand. But they're just plastic. But they are very nice.
Yeah. The minifigures are awesome. And then they have the longer, taller cards.
Yeah, the cards are kind of a weird
Size.
Well, it's not the size. It's hard to shuffle. It's kind of a thin paper, and so it does make it difficult to shuffle. I found that. I don't know why, but they were a little bit different than a normal card.
And then, of course, you've got the ring.
The little ring toss.
It's like foam with fabric on top.
Yeah, it has kind of like a printed piece of fabric for the rainbow. It hasn't peeled off or anything, but then there's foam. It's made out of foam, so it's kind of light to throw. But very cool components in this one.
Definitely. They went over the top, like you said. Great job on the components. So, artwork. Can I include minifigure artwork?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll start with the minifigures. Like you said, the plastic, pre-painted. They look great. The artwork on the player boards matches the minifigures, colors, glasses, and their accessories. And then the artwork on the dare cards.
Yeah, the artwork on the dare cards is a little bit different.
It is. So first it has weird, different artwork on the side, and then it has these little weird, like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's like a sketch. If if it tells you the skewer has to go like this, or
it has a picture of a little guy doing that.
But it's kind of like stick figure drawing, and that's fine. I did find that the cursive was hard to read.
It was.
But that's not that big of a deal.
Unless you can read cursive.
Back in my day, they taught cursive in school.
And then the rainbows printed on fabric.
Yep. Yeah, but I think the artwork is definitely good. It's bright, colorful.
Clouds.
Yep, it's good. Fit for the kids really enjoy, having the minifigures and all of the artwork in the game. I think fits perfect for what it is.
Definitely. So strategy, pick good skewers.
Right.
And
so
bad turbulators.
Yeah. So I think there's a little bit of a learning curve because our very first game, like, we bet against each other almost every time.
And of course, we all failed every time.
But then the more you play, I think it becomes easier once you learn how to catch.
Throw
you're
better.
A little bit better to throw. I was at first discouraged after the first couple of plays, thinking, this is not a kids game. It's, the kids can't even catch the thing. And I thought about having house rules of maybe making something bigger to throw, or maybe you have to pick a parent as the skewerer.
But after maybe a third or fourth game, we were finally able to catch it reliably.
Yeah, even the little ones, even 5-year-old, he was catching, he was throwing, and so I think the more you play, the better this one gets. But you're right, there's not a whole lot of strategy other than who you pick for your teammate. But if you pick the same person, they're getting clouds.
Yes.
So you don't want to pick the same person because they're getting more points. If you are a good ring tosser, you only get 1 point, right?
Yeah.
But the person who's catching could get 0,
0 to 3.
1 or 2.
0 to 3?
I don't know. I've never seen a 3. I think it's 2.
2. Okay.
Could be wrong.
So it's for kids, like you said. Lincoln was catching it and throwing it.
Yeah, I think this one's great for families. It's a good one for game night. It's a good one, for a wide range of ages. It kind of levels itself out with the voting. So even if you're not getting picked to be a skewer, you could still gain
And then
points
every
through voting.
3 ones you get right, you get cloud 0 to 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, so even if you have a wide range or different abilities, it levels it out. It levels itself out.
So overall, great game. Awesome heavy components. Great artwork. Easy for kids. Good job on Hop.
Yeah, Hop, I had a blast with. The more we played, the better it was. There has been some reviews I've heard and read that, well, you could have used a score track. But I think what really, the charm of this game is all of the components. You're right, you could just have a score track, and you could just go in the backyard and throw a Frisbee and say, hey, can you do this? But
you can't catch a Frisbee with your finger.
right. But I think the charm that this game brings is much better
their components.
than going in the backyard and throwing a Frisbee around. So 2 thumbs up for Hop.
Definitely. Thank you for watching Brian's Got Game. Please like us on our Facebook page. Send us a tweet at Brian's Got Game. Visit our webpage, briansgotgame.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Brian. This is my dad. See you next time.